Welcome everyone. Ready for another big day, a big trading day coming up on today's Wednesday. After yesterday's big move, we saw that Monday was a bit slow, and yesterday had a huge breakout and breakdown. Currently we see another movement happening in the market, and like we do every day, we will be looking for the best trade possible in the market, along with the analysis, education, and complete understanding about the market. This is where you will be learning and growing as a trader. So make sure, guys and girls, before I begin, give a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and also let me know on the live chat if you are here, so that I can start today's analysis with in-depth how we can trade the market. Suresh, good afternoon. Corey, what type of moving average is you are using and how do you use it? Yep, we'll be discussing in this live session, so stick till the end of the session. We'll be discussing what indicator that I am using and how you can take advantage of it as well, how you can know that. So good morning. Thank you, Joseph. Matthew. So let's quickly start with gold and Gbpusd. We saw the Gbpusd, there was a massive manipulation and just has bounced back up. I had early today a trade, just it has come down for a massive manipulation and then has got a bounce to the upside after taking us out of the trade, which is a very normal phenomenon in the market. So there is a long wick candle. Price has got a big manipulation, and with that manipulation we saw that the market has bounced back to the upside. And now at this point, let's see what kind of opportunity we have in this market, and then we will be looking for the next opportunity. So starting with gold, and then we will be looking at the Gbpusd to see how we can trade the market. Now, before I look at gold, let me know, guys, everyone is present so that I can start with. Always thanks, thank you very much. Hello, old Europe, thank you very much joining. Andrew, good morning, I'm here, thank you very much. Okay, guys, so let's begin today's live session. I hope that everyone can hear me and everything is going well, broadcasted properly. I would appreciate if you give a thumbs up, guys, to show the stream to more people. That helps. Absolutely, your support is always appreciated. Okay, so let me begin. Okay, so let me begin with gold to see what's happening with gold. Now, daily chart on gold, there was, as expected, on gold there was a breakdown here on the daily. After quite a few days of bullish move, finally the price managed to break in that direction. Now, if we look at the daily chart on gold, starting from here with this crossover of 10 and 20 EMA, the market has got this huge bounce to the upside, and with that bounce, what we saw that the price with this bounce, there is a daily drop. Yesterday there was a daily drop and creating series of lower high in this huge uptrending market. Gold had a drop in that direction, guys. That drop is quite significant. As you can see that with the drop, there are two important points that we can look at on gold. One is we saw the market has broken that first daily low, and then we have seen another daily low is broken. Back to back, two daily low has broken, and the market after that closed above. Now, the most important part here is to first identify the directional bias in the market. So what do I mean by this? I mean by this is that we need to figure out here two important question when we start trading, guys. If you before you press the button for buy or sell, you need to be able to answer two most important questions. One is when, which way. All right, these are the two most important questions that you need to be able to answer to trade. So which way is the direction? So you need to know the direction that will come from the market structure. The other question that you need to answer is when. That means that you found the direction, now when to jump on a trade. So if you look at gold here, what do you see? That this is the gold market, a big drop. And now if we look at the directional bias, because it has got a drop here, I think that we might see again further bounce to the upside, as it is a bull market. But at the same time, until we see a strong liquidity grab from the support, still we need to observe the price action. Let me know your opinion. Still lower time frame price action on gold is still showing bearish move. If we look at the monthly chart here, we can see that overall picture on the monthly, it is a bull market. If we look at the weekly chart here, we can see that from the weekly, this is a weekly move here on gold. And with that weekly move, what we see that this is a weekly candle, so far a very narrow. If we look at the daily chart, we can see that from the daily, again dropping down to the lower time frame, there's a big drop here with a very narrow candle here so far. And looking at the intraday time frame, and even on the 1 hour, and even now jumping back to the lower time frame, to see there is a consolidation here. Okay, so this is the most important part to look at on gold, is that is the market is breaking down that way or it's moving back to the upside. But for me, guys, as you can see here, it is forming some long wick candles here. So that might, this is the 15-minute chart on gold, what I think that we could see initial drop to gather further liquidity, and then after gathering that liquidity, we might see that gold is again bouncing back to the upside. And we need to see the gold has dropped to that important liquidity zone before it bounced back to the upside, and imbalance for me in this market to the upside. So what do you think? What's your opinion as well? Let me know. I think that we might see that the bias is to the upside, as we see that gold had a huge a breakdown early, and it's now from the, this is the daily support, and as the market has crossed the daily support, we could see the price will try to revert back after a liquidity gap. So we'll be waiting for the price to first drop a bit more downside, and then to give us an entry, especially from the daily support is quite important. As this market, if you see that there is a, this is the vertical drop consolidation, expecting it to revert back to the upside. Let me know what's your opinion on gold and all the instrument. I would appreciate your support to the channel if you give a thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I do post a lot of content, including live analysis, live discussion, and everything. Once you subscribe, you can access everything from Forex Trading Wizard Academy channel and website. Okay, so, and also your support to the channel is appreciated. Thank you, Matthew. My telegram is not alerting me when you send signal, hence means the trade. How can I sort it out? Okay, so Matthew, if your Telegram is not alerting. Probably you go to the Telegram app and check your notification settings. Probably your notification setting is off, or just maybe you can do a little bit of search a video on that. It's simple. I'm going GJ after the drop from 188.71. I'm long on GJ after the drop. Okay, so GJ looks to me that you see that there was a huge manipulation during the news on GJ, and then we have seen that that bounce, so we will be looking at that as well. Present, thank you very much. Hi from Nigeria, clear. Good morning, Addis. Good morning, Rude. Good morning, Sharon. Good morning, morning, boss. Morning, GJ. Thank you very much. And absolutely, let's look at what is the next point that we can enter. So if we have found the initial level, that especially the daily, you see that this is the yesterday's low is here. What's your also opinion? Do you think that gold is going to bounce, or you think that gold might be breaking downside? What do you think? What's your view on that? This is the yesterday's low, and that was a big drop. And with that drop, if we look at here, what do we see? That the market is trying to revert from that level. Now this is the daily yesterday's low, and especially if you see back to back 2 4-hour dodges, so far today there wasn't much movement, so that's a good sign that the market might initially break. If the price break both of these support, let me draw both of these sessions. So these are the sessions low. So if we look at the ICT trading methodology, we can look for those support levels for any kind of bounce, and those bounce are absolutely important. So if you look at this support, that supports are very important. Now you will be waiting for the price to break below these levels. There is one here, there's one here, and especially if the price break 21.55, 56 level, we might find potential entry on gold. Now this is where high probability trade, because this is the lowest liquidity zone that we have looked at. Now if you are not sure about the liquidity, let me know. I will be discussing in depth. So basically the price moves from liquidity to liquidity. So what is liquidity? Okay, so liquidity is the unseen part of the market. If you look at the universe, in this world, everything, there is always two parts in it, two things in it. One is seen, the other one is unseen. Okay, so unfortunately most people focused only on the seen, not SIN, not this, seen. Okay, that's where the most people focused on. That reflected on the chart also, but as a matter of fact, it's only the 50%. The other 50% is unseen. Okay, so there is always two sides in everything, right? Seen, unseen. If you break down something, let's say you see an wood or a chair or a table, but this is what we see, but what is in the unseen? There is always molecule, atoms, energy, and they have also the different energetic vibrations. So if you look at a block of ice, okay, so let's say the blocks of ice. Now those blocks of ice, what are these actually? They are basically water, right? but depending on the vibration in the molecule, either they are block of ice or they are water, different frequency, different kind of state of being, or maybe you'll see that they are gas, okay, just vapor, invisible. The same thing here is visible, solid, here is fluid, and here is invisible. Isn't it very interesting? If you closely look at that, it will blow your mind, because here when it is cold, it's rigid, okay? So it rigid means that you cannot make it a different shape, it will break, right? Can you make an ice, a cube suddenly to a circle? It's gonna be very hard for you, right? It's because it's solid, it's rigid. But put a little bit of heat on it, then what it is gonna be fluid. So that fluid is not rigid, right? It can be put in any bottle, you can put anywhere, it will take that shape. And then put a bit more heat on it, it's gonna be invisible, like a gas. It's incredible, isn't it? You can apply the same concept in the human also. You see this when people experience emotion, especially if you look at the trading, that also involves a huge emotion, right? So emotion has the same concept in it. See, there are emotions that people experience which is like the colder emotion, okay? That is where everything is rigid, hard, difficult. So if you look at the fear, is a big part of the game in trading, right? Greed, fear. These are like when you are cold, but when you increase the rate of this emotional energy, that's gonna go up, and this ice melt into liquid, and people started to become more of fluid, understanding how everything works, and started to accept for who they are. And then it turns into higher emotional state of being, right, which is the liquid, and then raise and then increase that heat energy in it more and more, so it's become like the invisible force in like gaseous, which is the when you take it to the upside, where the energy is in a very high state of mind, when people create things without even effort, right? It's possible because when you understand how the emotion impact the human body, you started to understand that how things happen and creates. So which is an invisible part of everything that is ignored in this modern time, that in fact cannot be ignored, right? Because we all are human, we experience emotion, we go through all the process in life. The only thing is that either we ignore or we accept. And that is where it is important that if you, especially if you want to be a consistently profitable trader, there is no alternative to master that emotion so that you can gain freedom. There is always a freedom on the other side, right? Mastering emotion will give you a freedom on the other side. Huge freedom. Trading 30 minutes, 1 hour a day can give you more than a full-time income, because when everything is rigid like the ice cold, everything is a struggle. It's hard to earn $100 a day while You can make money when you are at sleep, when you are in this state of fluid and gas, when your emotional state is very high. So how can you stay high? By knowing exactly what you want. This is where the most people are lacking. So most people see, you have the enormous potential, enormous ability to go through, to create what you exactly want. And in my own experience, I have seen that most people don't know what they want, and so they end up getting what they don't want, because either you want or you don't want. Based on your attention, you're gonna get it. So that's why in the garden, if you don't plant the flower, there will be weeds always in it, which is the things that we don't want, but we pay attention, it's manifested in the life. So make sure, guys, you stick to this channel where we discuss everything, how you can master your trading psychology along with learning and growing as a trader. And make sure that you subscribe to the channel, press that bell notification so that you are not missing out any of the content that I am posting every single day. Now what we see here on gold, in this zone there is a huge consolidation moving in a sideway, expecting, I've deleted that line because I want to draw it again, expecting for gold to break to that level and then to grab that invisible liquidity that we are discussing about, and then to bounce back up. And all the strategy that I use based on liquidity, market structure and price action. So let's see how we can find. This is the level that we will be looking at in gold. Sharon, how far do you think the sell will drop, sir? Yeah, this is the level that I have drawn, 2156. And also if we look at the daily chart, daily level, this is the level that we will be looking for any kind of entry opportunity. Yes, gold we will keeping here. Thank you very much, everyone turning to gold at the moment. May sir explain. Thank you. So what should we enter short scalps for gold? Morning all, thank you very much. Good morning. And guys, in the meantime, so we found that level that we will be looking on. If we look at gold, where we can see that gold is where this is where the support level. So far there wasn't much movement, but we could see that gold ultimately bouncing or breaking, and if we see enough price action confirmation, we can look for potential entry opportunity. But here shorting is not my intention, because it's a very choppy at the moment, and even if it is dropping here, you'll see a lot of choppiness up to this point, so it's not a good entry point from that level. Guys, in the meantime, I would appreciate if you give a thumbs up. I see there are almost nearly 100 view, but the likes is not there. So if you give a thumbs up, it helps to grow the channel more, and I appreciate your support to the channel. Absolutely, thanks for that. And let's see, there was a question in the beginning, what type of moving average is are you using and how do you use it? Okay, so Gondi asked a question about the moving average. I'll get to that point. Before I get to that point, you can see this is the support level here, which is an absolutely important level, and this is where, if we look at this level, this support, a very high imbalance in that area. Any break, yeah, definitely we will be looking for any kind of entry. Later today we know that there is a GBP news coming, so that might make the price a bit more volatile. So now let's look at GBP JPY. Now this is a huge manipulation on GJ that we have seen, and then has got a huge bounce to the upside. GBP JPY at the moment is trending aggressively to the upside. Let me see on GJ what kind of opportunity we have. So if you look at Gbpusd, let's see the daily chart first of all to see overall picture in the market. Now Gbpusd from the daily, there is a daily previous day there was a daily candle that has a long wick at the top, which is a bullish pattern on GJ. And with that bullish pattern, what we have seen that after testing the 50% of this daily long wick, we saw a manipulation to the downside. And that manipulation, what I think that GJ has propelled to the upside. Now the way the market is heading, you see this drop to this support level. And now this is the daily chart. It's bouncing up. Means that we could see Gbpusd is again heading towards the upside, which is very highly likely. Let's look at the monthly. Why monthly? Because monthly, weekly, higher time frame will give you clear direction, removing all the noise from the lower time frame. Now if you look at the monthly chart on GJ, what do we see? That after the monthly retest, Gbpusd has dropped below that level where we saw that the market has tested this monthly support and has got a bounce to the upside. Currently, because it's a very strongly bull market, we could potentially see that GJ is heading to the upside again to the resistance level. So the chances for bouncing back to the upside is high on Gbpusd. Now looking at the weekly chart, where weekly perspective, this is the weekly impulse, correction impulse. Currently, previous week there is a middleman. Now this week so far, after breaking that low, the price is almost where the weekly open, and 2 days remaining for the weekly. What I think that it might try to a bit more come down for a pullback, but the overall picture, as it is a long-term bull market, we might see that the bias is to the upside. Now looking at daily, here is we saw that there was a early today, initially there was a massive liquidity grab on the lower time frame during the news, and now the price is trying to break to the upside to create a new higher high. So looking at the intraday here from the 4-hour perspective, a bullish candle followed by another bullish engulfer currently. And if we look at the 1-hour chart here on GJ, this is the long candle where there is a long wick. This is a manipulation candle, and as a result we saw the market has completed an inverted head and shoulder, grabbed enough liquidity from this support. Now it is bouncing back to the upside. So for me, it's a potential change of trend. And we saw this is the, you can see this is a news candle, a long wick doji. There is another one here as well, long wick doji. Currently, after back-to-back 2 huge long wick candle, the market is preparing for an upside bias. So any kind of, you see this is this drop on GJ was a complete manipulation. Now it's going back up. We'll be waiting for the price to come down for a pullback and then to remain bullish, because it's a long-term bullish market. The price is approaching the daily resistance. Any pullback, any kind of liquidity candle, we can look for entry. Now if you are not sure about the liquidity candle, guys, I would recommend you to go back to your Zoom classes. For the past week, we had Zoom class in the VIP channel where I have explained in detail how to understand the liquidity candle, which is one of the most important part of my trading decision. So we will be looking at in depth on that. And in the meantime, good morning, thank you very much, Choke. And let's quickly look at the level that we have drawn on GJ. that daily level. Okay, so there is another daily support level. I think because the market already has manipulated in that area, I will be waiting for breakout and then for an entry with the retest. So far we see the market is trending to the upside after this massive liquidity grab. And also let me know, guys, how was your day today on when you started your day? Have you had any trade early today? I was looking at to find a better entry at the moment, because we saw that after starting the London session the market has started to break, especially Gbpusd is trending at the moment. Gold is still in a consolidation, and absolutely patience is key in trading. I know that many traders also struggle from patience, especially remaining calm and patient when the market is in a consolidation, because 30% of the time the market only trends 30% of the time. 70% of the time the market ranges, and remaining centered during the time is key. Because when the market is not, see, that people has a different kind of feeling. The worst feeling that one can ever have is the boredom, feeling of boredom, and which is more on in trading. Especially if you are day trading, you know very well that if you are sitting on the desk feeling bored, chances that you're gonna convince yourself to take a trade, and that's where everything starts. Because you need to understand that when you are trading because you are feeling bored, or there is a trade there. So that's why asking multiple questions is very important when you are opening a trade. And that's why J.C. Livermore said that money comes from sitting, not from trading. Okay, so the more you will be sitting, the more money you will be making. Try to understand what he said. So that's why sit tight, focus on learning and trading less, but trading. Okay, so less is more in trading always. And we are waiting in that situation. See, how do you know that you are patient enough as a trader? Position still not there, still not there. So gold, we see that gold in a sideways, so still not there. GJ is showing a very good move at the moment after taking the trade from here. There's a big manipulation here and then has got a bounce to the upside. So how do you know that when you are patient enough? Well, the day you realize that you are not finding enough trade, then if you are struggling to find a trade, that's where you are actually patient enough. So you can understand that either you are patient enough or no by understanding that you are having enough trade or no. Okay, so if you see that you are not finding enough trade to open any position, so you are going in the process of being patient. And if you are facing problem of being patient, let's say especially over trading, because I saw I have hundreds of traders that I meet with at different time, mentoring or trading together. So what I have seen that the trader especially mostly struggle from over trading. So when over trading, you'll see that good trades profit will be taken by the bad trades. So then how do you find that balance, or not over trading, again balancing the trade, opening enough trade to generate profit? How do you find that balancing point? Because the rules will not still make you solve this. Because if you make a rules, let's say, okay, I will be opening only 3 trades a day or 2 trades in a day, then what will happen? In a very good day, you might be opening only 3 trades, but you could open 5 trades that all of them are profitable or maybe very good. In a day where the market is not giving you enough trade, probably you open 3 trades where there is no trades there. So the best way is to find market that is trending. You see a clear trend and then trade it based on the trend. For example, in these two market, on gold and GJ currently, so which market you wanna trade? So when the market trends, grab the enough liquidity, got a momentum, that's where you can open position. It doesn't have to be that that today I have to open 3 trades and I will be opening no matter what. Not like that. Or if you have enough trade, yeah, I do open multiple trades when the market moves, and I remain completely patient when the market is not moving enough. That's the key secret of trading with proper patience. Now, Gbpusd. So with that respect, we see the break of this structure on GJ, and because it's breaking to the upside, I will be waiting for the price to come down for another pullback. So we saw with this liquidity grab break, and this market is trending at the moment, we'll be waiting for the price to come down for a pullback, and then we'll be looking to enter any position. Comment section, at what point do you likely to buy GJ? Well, so to buy Gbpusd, so you can't identify specific point, because if you say that, okay, I will be buying GJ from here, it might not drop that far and then may continue to go. Or if I say, okay, GJ I will buy if the market breaks this high, then we could see that it just has gone up, made a false breakout, coming back down. So the only condition that I will be buying GJ if I find a very proper pullback and the liquidity candle. That's what I'll be buying Gbpusd. You see, this is a move, clean green move. It needs a pullback. So if you look at the trending market, so this is there's a reversal happen here on GJ. Okay, so double bottom, a breakout. So this breakdown, it tested the fair value gap here. So let me tell you what it is. So if we look at here, okay, so what we see how the market evolve, double bottom, breakout. So this breakout on GJ, it was supposed to trend like that, right? But what it did, it has broken down here in that level. And where is the smart money area, guys? What is the smart money area? Smart money area is where the market moves based on the big boys trading system. So if you look at, this is the resistance, which is the previous neckline of this double bottom, has got a breakout, pullback, another breakout, and then market has a very strong drop to that smart money area and has got a bounce. Now this drop here was a complete manipulation and the price has gone back to the upside again. And now with that breakout, so because this is a potential confirmation, nothing is guaranteed in trading, guys, to make sure that you understand it. So this is a potential confirmation. The market started a new uptrend here. So as it initiated that uptrend, so we see that there was a downtrending market structure, a breakout, long consolidation, again breakdown, grabbed enough liquidity. So you see that there is a change of trend on Gbpusd. Okay, so you saw potential change of trend. Okay, so if I draw this trend, so there is a potential change of trend, and now so there is a potential change of trend, and any pullback for this is the 15 minutes move here on GJ. Any pullback to the support level, will be looking for entry. Okay, so it's now bullish. We'll be waiting for the price to come down for a pullback, and then we'll be looking for entry opportunity on Gbpusd. While gold, we see that it's completely choppy at the moment. We'll be waiting for the price to give us that entry opportunity. Okay, so along with GJ, let me quickly look at the news calendar. I will be looking at the Forex factory. If you guys are familiar with it. So this is a news calendar where you can look at how the market is preparing for the next move. Let me filter it out because I reset my PC, so everything has, all the settings has gone. So at the moment we see 6 p.m. GDP has come out on GBP, so which is 0.2% was forecast and has come out to be exactly the same. So GDP on GBP has been released. Now if we look at later coming 30 years bond auction, and if we look at expand that news, how it will impact highest yield in 30 years bond the government sold at auction, and the bid to cover ratio of auction. Consistent effect, there are both risk and growth. Conduct monthly, so there will be some impact of that news because it's considered as a very high impact news. And then tomorrow coming up, PPI. That's gonna be another big one. Quite a few news on PPI, including retail sales, unemployment claims as well. So we will be looking at the unemployment claim coming up, and then followed by Friday and Saturday, both of this day there is a news. So today, tomorrow, after tomorrow, and also every day there are quite a few high impact news. would definitely have a very good impact in the market. So especially the dollar pairs, so GBP USD and GBP JPY. Now also I will be looking at GBP USD because we found that GJ here. We will be waiting on that. We will keep observing the price action. Let me look at GBP USD, how it is doing. Now looking at GBP USD, looking at the daily chart, we'll be doing a complete multi time frame analysis so that you have a clear idea of how the market is going to be heading. Where TP on GJ in that case. Okay. Where TP on GJ. Okay, so depending on your entry on GJ, because it can be different where you are entering. For example, if your stop loss is below this low, then it might go even to the resistance level. So TP can be based on risk reward, but I think that because it's the global trend on GBP JPY. Sorry, I'm on GJ. Okay, that's good. Because the local trend and global trend is very important, guys. If you are not sure about local and global trend, so what is global trend? Is the major direction of the trend, right? What is a global trend or what is a local trend? Is the current time frame trend. So when you see a current time frame trend is aligning with the major direction of the trend, you'll see the bigger flow. And when you go with the bigger flow, that's where you can achieve bigger profitable trade. Now flow is a very universal word that sometimes, you know, that when people are at flow, as a trader you can be on flow. So how can you be at flow? So what is flow? If you are struggling, then most likely you are going to a flow state. If you look at the athletes, say for example, a very high performing athletes, they are at flow. You know that sometime probably you have watched either cricket or soccer at any point, and you'll see that they're just doing autopilot. Okay, so when people at anything you want to do, you are at flow, you can be in autopilot, even making money trading in autopilot. So how can you be on flow? Is by repetitively diverting your attention to the things that you want to do. See, the mind is, the attention is very clumsy because the attention always want to go somewhere else, and especially in this modern world is further difficult to keep attention on the right direction. You know, when you wake up in the morning, think about what you do. If you are looking at mobile phone or doing anything else, that means that you are diverting your attention. Just doing simple twist will give you a big flow. Okay, so what you need to do when you wake up, as soon as you wake up, try to remember this, guys. It will change your life completely, because when you wake up, your brain wave is in an alpha level. Okay, so we have a 3 brain wave. One is beta, the other one is delta, the other one is alpha, the other one is theta. Okay, now when we are in a wakeful state thinking, which is the beta brainwave, and in that brainwave, when you are in the beta, your logical analytical mind at work, and it will reject any information, anything that not going in the worldview that you have. So it's very difficult for you to accept or to understand anything except the only in a thinking level. But when you have waken up early in the morning, you just came from delta to alpha. That's where the brainwave is the highly creative. You see the child's brainwave at the age of below age of 7 is mostly at alpha. That's why this child in that age are very creative and very highly energetic, is because of the brainwave. And when you wake up, the first thing you need to do is just think about everything going well in your life. Okay, everything. Even last night you have watched on the news something is happening around the world not going well, that will, that's I know it's what happened. But when you wake up, just think that everything is going well, your life is great. Even if you are not making money in trading, but you are learning, you are growing. If you are our member, yeah, definitely you are doing also learning and growing and making money with us. So think everything that going well. Guys, this universe is a big ocean of abundance and opportunity. You just need to stay on that state of being where everything is going well, and then go for the rest of the day. So that's what. But if you look at, let's say, when you wake up and then check your phone or browsing the email, instantly your attention will go to the things that is not going well, which is very normal, right? You look. So especially when you wake up, it's very important. Okay, so that's where you will be at flow. Now, how do you see flow in the market? If you look at here on a GJ, here we see that with this liquidity graph, this is where the market has now started to flow in the major direction of the trend, and it might just straight go back to the long-term resistance level. So that it is a freshly developed uptrending market moving in the major direction of the trend, and then we'll be waiting for entry once we see the prices drop to that level. My entry was 188.62, so 188.62, so you are big in a big improvement. So your trade definitely has gone up well above, which is good. Okay guys, so in the meantime, I would appreciate your support to the channel if you give a thumbs up, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. So I see that likes and view are very disproportional. If you give a thumbs up, it's gonna peak to about 50. So I'm waiting. And in this channel I do post a lot of content that will help you to grow as a trader. Thank you. Okay, so now GJ is, you can see we will be waiting for that pullback, the desired pullback, while we also looking at the gold market. You can see it's a bit choppy here, but once we see gold has managed to break, then we will be looking for that entry opportunity. And here it's also very choppy. So gold, if we look at in that area where, yeah, so still you can see it's very choppy, and still not an area where we can look for entry. But if we look at the 4 hour, this is where there is a doji, two levels that are absolutely important from this perspective of doji on this level. Now there is a doji, there is another long wick candle. We'll be waiting for gold to retest and then to bounce back up. For me, I'm still potentially bullish on gold, and I think that if it grabs enough liquidity from this support level, we could see again another reversal to the upside. Especially you see this zone here on gold, which is another important liquidity zone, and in that liquidity zone we will be waiting for the price to bounce back up to that level, which is highly likely to happen. And from the 15 minutes, these are the supports level that I would like to see. The market has come down, has grabbed that liquidity, and then has gone back to the upside. Now daily chart so far, there wasn't today, you can see it's only so far the whole day is only 57 pip move, which is not a big one on gold. And that's where when the market still remaining in a very narrow range, means that it might have a very strong breakout if it have that. What's your view on gold, guys? Do you think that gold will bounce, or it's gonna revert back? I will create a poll here. I would like to know your opinion. Let me know what's your view on that. Do you think that gold is going to get a bounce from this daily support, or you think that gold might drop back down again? So we have found that level that on gold, and GJ, it's now so from the if we look at the 5 minutes on Gbpusd, you see this is a big move. There is a red candle here. If any break below this level locally, this is where the high liquidity zone again, and yeah, pull back to this level where there is a doji here, 180 below 188 level. We can look for a short-term bullish opportunity if the price drop to that level. Let's look at Gbpusd for a bit. GJ target, please. Okay. GJ target, because I haven't entered, so depending on where your stop loss, it can be to that level. If it bounces from this level, the way it is forming, there is a chance for a bounce back up. If it bounces, then it might just go back to 191 level. So depending on how much you can hold, it will depend on that. So for the time being, I would like to see the market has made enough pullback. In a worst case scenario, it could even drop back to that level, and that will be a big one. If it drops back level, that means that it's gonna go for a big deal. So that's why price action confirmation is very important, because when you see the price action will show its hand when the market is going in your favor. GJ, please. To me, gold looks like a big head and shoulder on the 4 hour. Okay, so Peller, so you think that gold had a big head and shoulder? Okay, drop 22143 and then bounce. Okay, so it's your opinion that 2143 and then bounce. It's already, see that bouncing up. So you see this big head and shoulder. Okay, I'll be discussing mine. I'm looking at 30 minutes time frame. Gold is going to buy so far. I think may scalp as we has bounced up yesterday London Open, and it goes from impatient to the patient. A very good statement. Yes, that's what it is. Money goes to the impatient to the patient, and also money goes to those who knows how to multiply. So this is a profound understanding in trading, especially. Not only money, everything goes from impatient to the patient. Relationship goes from impatient to the patient. So what we values the mostly in our life? Money, relationship, health, right? These are the three most important part of a human being to be happy and healthy, right? So these three things comes from patience. Patience is the master key of attaining everything. So if you don't know, let's say if you don't know how to be patient, or if you are not sure about being patient, then basically where the impatience come and where the patience come. Impatience come from lack of clarity. Okay, so impatience, again I'm repeating, impatience come from the lack of clarity. So if you know exactly what you want, it becomes much easier for you to be patient. Imagine that you are what do I say? You are in a family invitation, okay? Let's say you went to the family party, in a party with all the members, but you are very hungry. It happens sometimes, isn't it? You can't say anyone that you are hungry, but you are in the family party. So now probably you shy to say, it happens sometime. And then, but you exactly know that it's now 9 o'clock, the food will be distributed at 10 o'clock, right? You exactly know it. So you are naturally patient because there is nothing to do it, because it's gonna come at 1 hour time. You know exactly what you want and you know the timing. So you are clear about it. You have a full clarity about what's gonna happen. Despite you are hungry, you're gonna be patient because there's nothing you can do about it. But what about you don't know anything? Even you are not sure about today you're gonna eat or no. Probably you even don't know that if they have cooked or no. Let's say you don't have any information about it. So you're gonna naturally become impatient. You start to think all kind of possible scenario. Shit, do I need to go back to the restaurant to eat, or what do? Should I leave it now or wait when it will be in 5 minutes? Or so when you don't have a clarity, that's where things become impatient. So that's where it is. So when you are trading, also you need a clear understanding about trading. For example, when you know that, okay, no matter how patiently I wait, at the end of the week, I will have profit in my account. Because there will be some trade that you cannot resist. That's where you will be taking. So that is where the patience come, because you have a clarity and you have a clear strategy. Guys, this is the key. Without a strategy, you cannot make money from the market. Trading without a strategy is like nothing. So you should have a strategy, and that's why this academy that I have created, every day many members coming in contact with me, and all the strategy also I trade completely recorded on the website. You can learn also all the trade that I'm opening based on the strategy. I'm posting all my trade in the group, explaining what is the logic behind the strategy. That's what I think that the best way to learn from the example, the real trade. This is how we trade, and this is the example, so that you guys can learn and grow as a trader. And if you still missing out our mentorship program, past week we have a big team has come, and this week also we still have a couple of spots. You can look at the website. There is a website link below this video in the description. If you want to be part of Forex Trading Wizard Academy in the mentorship program, you can join today. The link below this video in the description area, where you can learn and grow as a trader. Let me see here. Okay, get ready for the pullback on GJ. Yeah, so let me see with the Gbpusd. Yeah, we saw that pullback. That was I was waiting for on GJ. Okay, it has got, yeah, this is a big long wick candle. This is a high liquidity zone, and if we look at that, so looking at now, you can see there is a this drop on GJ. If we look at, this is a 15-minute chart and 5 minutes, the level that you have drawn, we saw that there is a rejection in that area. Let me see if we have any entry here. 40 seconds for this candle to close. Okay, so I will be going long on GJ from here by market, and I will put my stop loss just here. So you see there a bit more quick move here, which will be around 14-15 pip. It's bouncing, I know that it's bouncing from here, and I will be targeting here 2 to 1 risk to reward on GJ. So I know that is a bit quicker call. So if we look at the 5-minute chart, stop loss below this level, TP target. So I'm long on GJ. Bit more tough move. So I am long according to that Gbpusd. I am long, and this is the entry and stop loss at 188.89, which is around 17-18 pip stop loss. And I will be explaining now why I have called for the trade. Guys, make sure that you do proper risk management. Anything can happen. There could be more manipulation from here. I think that we could see at least a potential bounce. That's what I expected, for a quick bounce. expecting for the price to have a bounce in that area. So 15-minute, this is the 15-minute chart on GJ, and there is a 20 EMA, unless it's coming down for another liquidity grab. Okay, so let's see how the price is evolving. Okay, so it might try to fill that. So we have a bit more room here on GJ for any kind of further manipulation. So we are long on GJ, and I'm expecting for the price to, this is where 188.89, there's a 20 EMA, expecting it not to touch the 20 EMA. Even if it touch, then I would keep 1-2 pip below if you guys have a bigger spread. So from 5 minutes perspective, first of all, let's see if the candle, this current 5 minutes candle, not being able to break that low, we might see a potential rejection, which I'm expecting on Gbpusd. Guys, if you are enjoying the live session, give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. If you haven't done yet, press that bell notification so that you are not missing any of the content that I am posting every day. Okay, expecting it to have a rejection to the upside, guys. If you're enjoying the live session, make sure you give a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. We see some kind of pullback to the upside. Okay, so there is a doji. We'll be waiting to see how the price is reacting to that level. And this is the 15 minutes candle, also closing as a long week candle. And I believe that, guys, you are enjoying the live session. If you are enjoying, give a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. And also in the meantime, guys, if you are looking to join a regulated broker, and also that has also currently offering 50% deposit bonus, I'm giving the link you in the live chat. You can use that and join to start trading with a regulated broker. That will give you 50% deposit bonus currently. So you can click that link and then register, and then you can start trading with that. So I've given you the link in the live chat. Okay, we see the bounce on GJ. Okay, so as I mentioned before, from that pullback zone, guys, this is how trading is. That as I mentioned, that when the market come to the zone, that's where you need to wait for the entry, proper entry, and that's what happened. You can see the price has bounced back to the upside from that level, and waiting for the price to give us another profitable trade. This is where, I tell every day, guys, make sure that you always focus on learning. Okay, so when you learn, you can make money. Okay, so you see how I have opened the position. Now we'll be waiting for the full TP hit on that GJ. Currently I'm running profit on Gbpusd. Let me know, guys, if you're running profit on GJ. Let me know using the live chat. Are you running profit on GJ? So we are quite a few pip profit on that, around 15 pip, 16 pip profit, depending on your entry. If you entered a bit low, then you definitely have a good profit on that. So let me see the 30 minutes where it has gone. I will be holding the trade. I know that it might come down for further liquidity grab, but I would like to hold the trade. Just 20 more pips will give a full blown 2 times profit target hit on that. This is how trading is. As I mentioned before, guys, patience is key in trading, right? So when you are trading, you need to be patient and wait for the entry to come to you. Thank you very much. So there is a 15 minutes rejection. Come on, in the last moment there is a, so it might grab further liquidity, but let's see what it is trying to do here. So it's manipulating all sides, but expecting it to finish its manipulation and then to bounce. So there is a big doji here. That's a bullish price action. So let's hold it. So let's hold it. It might try to grab further liquidity from this 20 EMA, but I want to hold it. Okay, so I want to hold it. So we are running Gbpusd in profit. If you guys are enjoying the live session, I would appreciate your support by giving a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. I see that the view and likes is almost less than 50% the likes, so probably 50% of you still didn't smash the like button. and hit that subscribe button if you haven't done yet. Press that bell notification so that you're not missing out any of the content that I am posting every single day. Here is key. We want to see that bounce. It's manipulated many times here. There are many areas it has manipulated. So the doji, now looking at the 1 hour, so if you draw this channel, price is at the resistance, but still expecting it to have a bounce to the further upside. So it might have further liquidity. This is a pullback, the 30 minutes 20 EMA. Now if it drops further, that will be very unusual to see. Okay, which is, yeah, we want to see that it's getting a rejection from this support level. So if it is closing as a narrow doji, okay, we see the doji and expecting it to revert back to the upside. The reason I have open buy, I will be explaining later, guys, so don't miss out any of the piece up from here. And okay, we see that bounce and we're running good profit on that. Let's catch some peep. I'm almost nearly to the zone that I expected. So we are in the major direction of the trend. Would like to hold that trade for full TP. Guys, are you with me? It's heading to the upside. Okay, so let's push it to the upside. Okay, guys, are you with me? We need another 20 pip more. So the price action on the 15-minute chart is getting a little bit of fussy here, but we should see potential bounce on that, but it's trying to grab more liquidity. We want to see a rejection, isn't it? So let's see how far it is going. After moving, how many pip it moved? Almost 18 pip. Dropping back down again for liquidity grab. Now so this is the 15 minutes candle. Almost reached 25. So bigger move is sometime a good sign of rejection again. Expecting it to revert back again because there is a long week. A big rejection means that potential for revert back again, waiting for the price to go back up. So let's see where it is trying to do. Okay, so if it revert back again to the upside from the 15 minutes, we see a long wick candle. I'm gonna hold it, guys. So I'm gonna hold it. Thank you. I buy a lot. Wow, thank you very much. Liquidity 15 minutes. Yeah. Going down. Okay. I'm per B. What's his buy or sell? Just got here. Please. Thank you very much. Your buy. I'm out and save secured profit on GJ. Thank you. This is thank you, sir. Can you buy GJ? So you bought GJ, Kevin? Can you GBP AUD? Now, this is a very crucial price action at the moment, and see, looking at the 4-hour here. Okay, so with this big bull candle, 4-hour candle closing in. So you saw a candle closed already. The other candle has sometime bit 30 minutes. Okay, so if 30 minutes candle, that I'm expecting it to close either as a doji or something like that. And the next one, we can expect a rejection or another candle to form, and that should give us that profit that we need. So from the 5 minutes, we see that the price again returning back to the upside, which is expected in this market. Okay, cool. We see that potential bounce, and guys, hope that you are enjoying the live session. Okay, so what we see, this is it's not expected. What we see, look at the 30 minutes, we might see the weak fill. That's what still bullish, but this price is absolutely might try to fill that weak, guys. So I'm at my entry. So it's a little bit of profit, but at entry. So what do we see in that area? That okay, here is the, I want to see that the market basically grab that liquidity and then bounce back to the upside. So what we could see, okay, so expecting it to have a rejection. We saw a long wick candle, still in running in profit, but we need to see potential bounce from this level so that we can see the market is going up again to create a new higher high so that we can hold the trade. I'm still holding the trade, and so extended session, I know that, but let's make it worthwhile. Cannot might grab for the liquidity here, and then we could see that the moment I'm not very happy with the price action, but the way I see the price action, there is a very high probability still for a rejection to the upside. So I'm still holding it. So 15 minutes. Okay, we saw a rejection, which is good. The price action for me is still showing a bit more bullish here. So next 1.5 minutes for this 5 minutes candle is crucial, because if it is closing as a narrow doji, which I am expecting, then we can expect rejection. Otherwise, in another case scenario, it could try to break this 188.93 level. So if it breaks the 188.93 level, then might drop further and then bounce back up. So this is the 15 minutes closing as a, so this 15 minutes candle is absolutely important. But I think that it might come to test the 188.94 level and then could revert back. So even if it is dropping to that level, I will still be holding, because I think that we might see a rejection. So I would rather move my stop loss 1 pip away, so which is at 188.88, and then I'll leave the trade for the full profit. So here is what I think that we might see a retest of this 20 EMA, because the market has got a very sharp bounce. Even it might revert from here, or we could see a retest of this 20 EMA on the 15 minutes, and then we can expect a rejection. So I will be holding the trade while it's I'm coming on live again in just 2 hours time. We'll be trading live again. I'll take a break, and in the meantime, guys, make sure that you stay tuned for another live coming up in just 2 hours time. And I would recommend you to subscribe to the channel, press that bell notification so that you are not missing out any of the content that I'm posting every day. With that being said, thank you very much, guys. I'll see you again trading live together. Until that, stay well, stay happy.